Leave it to Auntie Cleo to turn a perfectly charming little hamlet called Fairfield on a pleasant moon named Eden into a garish, cutthroat, jingle-blaring mudhole.
Presently persist in a state of ceaseless perturbation.
Got troublemaker.
I tell you, this better not reflect poorly on my upcoming quarterly review, because I took action on all my action items!
Hostile ahead. What's the play, Commander?
Wouldn't anybody be? A profusion of reasons why. Ask anyone. Once I simmered down and looked around, they were all dead.
Heads up. Why does each and everything have to be so goddamn irritating?
Oh, absolutely! Break our backs getting this lab set up in record time. Meanwhile, half of us are still sleeping outdoors. I want a void damn mattress! The way they've fallen over every little thing he says. Wonderful idea, Product Visitor Ormsby. First rate as always. What void was that? Sycophants. Oh, cover me.
Ready to take the heat off you, Commander. Just say when.
Still angry.
Appreciate a little help.
Time is never surprised. What? Now!
We've got company, Commander.
Ain't nothing there.
You there? Oh, you're likely affected too, aren't you? Scream twice for yes.
No sweat fucking raise.
could it be? You seem an honest-to-goodness rational human being, unhindered by bloodlust, unshackled from their basal ganglia. Well then, by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, under Outbreak Provision 5A, I hereby press you into service to aid me in our present crisis. I, Elmid Ormsby, Product Envisioner, Department of Proprietary Methodology and Audacious Advances, am your interim supervisor. Oh, all that pleading and the like. Yes, well, it's only my second time trapped in a laboratory basement, and I do admit, I did panic just a little. But back to the exciting news about this incredible new opportunity. You working for me, as an aide-de-camp of sorts, on a brief yet no doubt exhilarating assignment. Our lab had been researching the red spores that grow nearby to see if they might contribute to future Auntie's Choice products. As per usual, we threw precaution to the wind. A local spore sample interacted with a wonderfully preservative-rich diet of Auntie's Choice personnel, inadvertently leading to a chance reaction causing profound irritability. To a somewhat homicidal degree, it would seem to appear. By that measure, our work here could be considered a moderate success. Well, of course, succeeding in a haphazard fashion is one of the first courses taught to Auntie's Choice students in any field. But yes, I am something of a visionary. You see, our lab is a far cry from the others. You're part of something bigger here. The individual not only thrives, but shines even more brightly with the help of their brethren. It all requires a certain devotion. In the end, it's really quite in the best interests of everyone's careers. A rising tide raises all boats, as they say. Well, it should all be rather straightforward, yes? I suspect we'd use a top-down indirect coronium synthesis method, don't you think? Oh dear. It's occurred to me this might benefit to some extent from medical training. Are you perhaps someone well-versed with pharmacological matters? Apologies. I do tend to assume everyone has a doctorate. No matter, if you are capable of following simple instructions, I'm sure I can guide you through it. Tremendous. Well then, before we roll up our sleeves and determine what's needed, any questions? We'll need two things: fresh samples of the red spores and the findings from the expedition that originally uncovered them. After that, an antidote should be possible in relatively short order, with your skilled assistance, of course. Spore samples may be taken from a red plant indigenous to an area of tall rock formations northwest of here, ingeniously referred to as the Red Spire. The research team's findings are on a terminal in another building on these same grounds, a satellite lab to this one, if you will. Once we have an antidote firmly in hand, we can save my remaining colleagues, so best not murder them all in the meantime.
Feel strange. In a good way. Auntie's documentation doesn't describe the side effects of grafting with a Crabble, but so far, not hearing complaints from me. I'd say this officially puts me back in full fighting form. If you ever thought I might slow you down, you can give those fears a kiss goodnight. I appreciate that, Commander. I got a good feeling about this partnership of ours. Just want to reiterate that I'll make good on my end of the deal. I plan on proving my worth to you and to Auntie, no matter what it takes. I expect we're going to have quite the adventure together. I appreciate you hearing me out. We should move on.
Typical Auntie's choice. Moving fast and breaking things.
What was that? I am becoming increasingly perturbed.
That's some bad company.
Heard something. Heard something. Heard something. Heard something. Heard something.
Back in business.
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
My aftermarket parts are prime.
I do not take kindly to interruptions. Somebody get that?
Ah, my most favorite, least homicidal subordinate. How's all our fieldwork progressing? Absolutely gorgeous. Look at you. And to think I just forcibly coerced the first gormless dunderhead who walked by and found you. Lucky me. Now, first things first. Place the data cartridge in the drawer for me, right here, in the slot below my intercom. Haha. Allow me to give this a cursory eyeball and... perfect. I'm sure we have the correct neutralizing agent here in the lab. I'll nose out the exact compound within our chemical reserves in 2 shakes of a rat's tail. Always fortuitous to have ready access to a key chemical agent nearby. This might work out yet. Auntie may ignore our recent setbacks if I deliver an easy-to-market product. Just imagine the ad slogans. Air, now with extra fractiousness. Though, I suppose it only works on other Auntie's Choice employees, not our preservative-free rivals. Oh, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Now we must formulate an antidote. If we're able to save my remaining subordinates, they can help us rush this product to market. Normally, I'd say perfection can't be hurried, but... there. I have determined the ideal counteragent. Here you are. Place it and the spore samples into that synthesizer. Enable the device and it will beget a working antidote momentarily. Return with it directly as soon as it does, if you please. I cannot wait to put this entire sordid affair behind us. Though in the end, this should turn out to be quite a lucrative day. I saw you working the chemical synthesizer. I presume you were successful in creating an antidote? Nice try. But you don't possess nearly the negotiating power you might suspect. Not when I can simply bide my time and wait for another gormless dunderhead to stumble by. Why, let that thick-headed boob amble off with your reward. Not budging? Oh, all right. I suppose I'd be willing to throw in a little extra as a merit bonus for your superlative performance. Wonderful, wonderful! Knew you seemed a bankably reliable sort. All right. I am activating the air filtration system. There. Should only take a few moments for the antidote to circulate. Everyone still alive should be right as rain shortly. Marvelous. You'll find your remuneration in the chest behind me. My supervisor will hear of your actions. Oh, and before I forget, I, Ahmed Ormsby, under the power granted me by the Loeffler Risk Intercession Act, hereby free you from impressed service to Auntie's Choice. Be seeing you.
We gotta talk about all the killing you've done. Specifically of my old co-workers. I understand that things might come up, give you no choice. But for all they've done, these folk are still mine. If we can avoid bloodshed, we should. Yeah, reckon I do. Just don't put me in this spot again, Commander. I like what we got going. Be a right shame to end up on one another's blacklist. Seems you've been scouted by Fairfield's finest to assist our efforts in the war. You know, since the ceasefire will inevitably fail. If you do, it'll be great for the folk here. And great for my resume, if I'm honest. Few bullet points like that, maybe it'll be enough to win me a spot on a higher rung. And you? If you help, what are you getting out of this? Not that I disagree with your assessment, but I find it mighty interesting that you think you got the authority to supersede them altogether. See, Val helpfully filled me in on your own predicament. Hunting down a fellow agent, huh? I thought you folk were all about nobility, duty, camaraderie above all. Were you one of Auntie's? I tell you just to shake the ladder hard while your traitor is climbing up, and enjoy the show when she tumbles down. What recourse do you actually have? Suppose that tracks. You agents are untouchable, or so the story goes. Ain't had many dealings with the Earth Directorate myself. You're the first agent I ever met, in fact. But you get things done. I trust you. As for the rest of your organization, can't really say. They hate corporations, I've heard that much. But what about you? You buy into their policy too? Sure, but you represent them all the same. Look, I'm sorry. I ain't intending to get into any grievances here. Let's just say I'm a little dubious about the whole keeping corporations and corrupt governments in check thing. Ain't seen evidence of it yet. But maybe you're liable to prove me wrong. Anyhow, reckon we should keep moving.
Whatever went wrong here, I wager it's got to do with that red substance. Might be best we look and don't touch.
We were sent to relieve the troops here? What went on in this place? This place was quite the scene when we arrived. Any idea what happened?
Introducing Auntie's new line of specialty drinks for the discerning.
I've been bartering with the defectors. Traded one force rocket for a whole tin of prestige force flow.
Someday, when I make it big in lower middle management, I'm gonna come back here and buy this crummy tin pot saloon.
Whoa! How the blazes did you get in there?
Appreciate your help. These weapons are gonna save lives. On our side, anyway.
Told my manager, a man is not a slice of nana, Mr. Overby. And I said,
Well, if it isn't the busiest mercenary this side of Tau Ceti. Protectorate's been awful quiet since you did your rooting about. Happy to trade words with you. Loose your words. I'm listening.
What have you done? The Serenium now spews from the hangar more thickly than ever. The damage must have been more advanced than we thought. I knew I should have pushed the repairs earlier. Sure, a few may have died, but the mission might still have been salvaged. This is my fault. The blame lies squarely on my shoulders. I gambled on an outsider rather than trusting my own resources, and now the price is paid. With this failure, I have likely doomed this entire island to the tender mercies of our enemies. No more will our stalwart subjects reap the bounty of this land. No more would the pleasant wine of servos accompany our mechanical servants in their noble servitude. Instead, this island will be trampled by the boots of our enemies. Its resources stripped bare, leaving nothing of the beauty we've cultivated over long years. As our stewardship is cast aside like so much detritus, harmony will be lost, and chaos will reign. Praise will give way to slogans, duty to greed, honor to contractual obligation. Freaks and worse will despoil that which is left behind, while bureaucrats will use this once proud land as a springboard for their superficial and petty ambitions. And with the island's fall, I may have dealt a crippling blow to the Protectorate itself. Our foes will use this place as a stepping stone, eating their way deeper into Eden like ravenous maggots. And it will all be my fault. I'll be remembered, if any of us is, as the one who lost it all. Yes, I suppose I have. Now please, leave me be.
Outsider?
Hello. Come here often. Goodbye. This unit, enjoy our banter.
First the attack, then the Serenium.
Ah, my erstwhile assistant returns. To what do I owe the pleasure? Until a more convenient date and time.
Search failed. Source unclear.
Insides are leaking outside, Commander.
Look alive! Crabbles among us! Getting better, I think. The Crabbles have seemed less menacing of late. Maybe our resolve has worn down their warlike spirit. Or maybe they're just biding their time.
You seem nice.
Damned if I stay, damned if I go. Oh, hello there. You seem to have caught me at a most inopportune time. Was just, patrolling the sewers, monitoring for suspicious activity. Now, I must kindly ask that you vacate the vicinity. Your presence here is proving distracting, to put it mildly. Only patrolling one of the most vulnerable parts of the station? Yes, that's it. Very specialized work. Discreet, confidential. You'd never comprehend the value of this task. There's no need for animosity, I assure you. I'll abide, please. It's just that I don't know what's going on here. The station's changed. It's become a damn charnel house, stained with the blood of my brothers and sisters. I don't know what to do. I just don't wish to die. I can't... That'd be a fine idea. If only there weren't a group of starving raptidons that saw fit to make a den so close to the grate. I can't suppose I'm now off to a world filled with uncertainty, savage wildlife, and miscreants always on your heels. Here, this key card should unlock a storage cache up above. It has some supplies in it that'll likely do you more good than they have me.
Trouble ahead.
Every imperfection is impossible in the minds of things symmetry. Hey now.
Let the paradigm worry about
That was certainly asinine.
Wait a minute.
The sovereign provides, the system abides. Back to it.
I reckon I ought to reconnoiter.
There, found you.
Raiding, vexatious gizmo.
Prudence dictates.
Okay then.
Eye your neighbors carefully.
Better take a gander. Questions are an addiction.
There you are, you awful rascal. Gonna make me walk on over there, huh? It's over there? A trifling nuisance.
Thinking never made anybody happy.
Huh. Resolved on its own.
They never questioned, never doubted. Their zeal never lagged.
Some perlustration is in order.
Boy, damn, that is quite perturbing.
With what's over? It's over there? Seems like trouble. Appreciate if you cleared out. It's over there?
Have this off in a minute. The clamor has concluded.
Trifling nuisance. Seems done. Resolved on its own. Some kind of slackwit faffing about. It's over there? Better go see. Out of a preponderance of caution. Trifling nuisance. Seems done.
Ready to wait. On your command.
Commander,
The sovereign provides, the system abides.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements. Bears scrutiny. It's over! There?
Prudence dictates, eye your neighbors carefully. To do your job is a virtue. Every part is a call. Every subject ensures a glorious bounty for all.
Prudence dictates I inquire. Can't get to that. Shoot! Shoot!
Come, quickly. We must all bear witness.
Technicians Acna and Gastrell, you stand accused of manufacturing a fatal flaw in one of our valued dragoons. Have you any last words to express your shame?
That dragoon was already defective. Oh, we were only rebuilding the logic assembly so that...
At last, the truth alights. I hope this belated confession unburdens your conscience, though it will do nothing to commute your sentence. On the charges of sabotage and treason, most contemptible, I find you both guilty.
No. No, please! This is all a misunderstanding! We're loyal!
More loyal subjects executed. And valued technicians, no less. I cannot see how reducing our own manpower guides us down a path to victory. Wait. I recognize you. From Horizon Point. Yes, just outside the skip labs before the incident. We helped one another, didn't we? You with my record and I with the bridge. Please tell me you were not responsible for all the evil that transpired afterward. That name means nothing to me, and even if it did, how am I to know what you say is even the truth? It's true. I might not even be here if it weren't for your assistance in amending my record. Protectorate law is clear in its mandate. Yet, I fail to see how executing you and allowing Montelli to remain in command helps Arcadia. Can one wrong be done to right another? He's always been firm, but never so harsh. Someone must be tightening the noose around his neck as well. I cannot believe Montelli is so far gone as to forget his true duty. Or our friendship. If we were to work together, perhaps I could convince him to stand down. Go to his terminal. Search for any information on it that may be deployed against him. Also, while you're there, notify High Command that I'm taking control of the station. You will need your own access card to get upstairs. Blank keycards can often be found in the contraband room, and there's a terminal for encoding access in the security office. Head through the door to the right and continue down the hall. You should find your way without much trouble. Oh, but mind the guards. They'll still attack you on sight. My commitment to the Protectorate is unwavering. Obviously, I wouldn't be attempting something so foolhardy if I was not devoted to protecting cause above self. Remember, our success hinges on sending my notice and gathering any information you can from Montelli's terminal. Don't fail me in this, or it will be both our graves. I will join you as soon as you go to confront Montelli. In the meantime, I'll gather what weapons and allies I can, just in case things go poorly.
Relay launches, we won't be able to change its trajectory. It could land on one of our towns.
Questioning the actions of our brigadier?
No, of course not.
Good. I was sure I misunderstood you.
We got company, Commander. The unfriendly.
Keep the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Commander!
Replenishing my firearm! Did you hear Montelli lock the thrusters?
I
But if the Vox relay launches, we won't be able to change its trajectory.
Trouble ahead.
It could land on one of our towns. No, of course not.
Guns cocked in. Just give the signal.
It's a brawl!
Keep breaking for cover!
Put me up! I do it for you!
Pumped up on sugar, no doubt.
How are you still upright over there?
Replenishing my firearm.
Let me know when you needed a stretch. Ain't nothing there.
Back in business.
What was prudence dictates? Eye your neighbors carefully. Merit study? Better take a
An explosive! Looks like a
coming up on some foes.
Sort of peculiar.
Armed and ready. Enemy dead. Refilling my help me end this fight up.
Spotted trouble.
It is the duty of every protectorate subject to ensure they are operating at peak efficiency at all times.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Serve the shot. Hey now.
You need a distraction.
Look me up. I do it for you.
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Sustain the system. State your business. Good. His gaze sees all.
Armed and ready.
Location ascertained. I am out. Seeking shelter. You can't fight.
Lay low, Commander. Medic's orders. Refilling my weapon. Invasive elements! Restoring the fire! Minimizing exposure!
drive us into disarray.
Looks like a fight.
Putting traitors on display like that's one way to send a message. Can't be too good for morale, though.
Got eyes on some no good.
What in the
Time to earn my commission.
Invader neutralized.
You're looking pretty scathed, Commander.
Oh, help, Commander.
Breaking for cover.